Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
All right. As usual, let's get started with a raise of hands so that we know who are the students. We'll give it another few minutes for people to join in. Requesting the organizing team, Kianik's team, to ask all the students to raise their hands. And if there are others yet to join, if they can just tell them to join.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, once everyone is ready, you can just give me a go ahead. We'll get started. Thanks. All right, so can we get started? We have KTC Hubli, Kavita Computers, Rupashri, Meghna, and all those. Okay, so we decided the last time we will start from where we left, right? We have the assignment, and I hope we have a good preparation for today's session from both the teams. One is the bank team and the other is the retail team, right? Retail company team. So are you all ready? Can I get a yes in the chat box or some audio response so that we know we can get started?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. Yes, Vinayak. Yeah, good afternoon. Tell me, are you saying you're ready or what is the response?
We are ready, sir.
Okay, so you are the bank team where you're going to ask them questions, and the solution team, banking solution team, are they ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So last time we decided there are going to be 2 or 3 presentations, right? One is from Vaishali Computers and the other is from I think Kavita Computers, and maybe others who are ready, to the banking team. And then after that, we'll have the other way around, the retail team. So everybody is ready with their notes, presentations, thoughts, who's going to speak from their group. All of that is ready, right? So we'll do like this. So first it is the bank's turn. So how many teams are going to present to the bank? So KTC Hubli is the bank team. So how many teams are going to present to the bank? One is Rupashri and team I know. Which is the other team? Is there any other team which is going to present to the bank?
Kavita Computers.
Okay, so they're also going to present a separate presentation to the bank. Okay. And anybody else? No. Okay. So the rules are like this. So you have, so first we'll go with Rupashri and team. And you have to simulate an environment. Simulate meaning you'll have to, it's not a question answer session. Did you understand it? Did you not understand it? It's not like a clarification session. I mean, like a classroom kind of a thing. You have to assume that this is a scenario where you're meeting the bank. And if Rupashri, who's going to present from Rupashri's team? You're going to present Rupashri, or who is going to present?
Sir, we distributed slides among ourselves, sir.
All right. So whatever the slides or whatever you've distributed, but I don't want any disturbance in the sense audio is not clear. This is not clear. We can't see, we can't do this. The moment you feel there are 2 or 3 KTC Hubli, there is I mean, that's the rule. In case you're not able to understand, the audio is not clear and all of that, you can say, let's schedule this some other time. We don't have the time for these kind of clarifications. Okay, so your audio should be good. Whoever is going to present, if you're prepared, you have to present it that way. Ideally, it is not a PPT presentation. It's not a slide presentation to the bank. First, you have to talk to them. Okay, the bank also has to ask them relevant questions and you have to talk to them. And it's a conversation, it's a discussion to identify solutions for their problems. All right, it is not a slide presentation. I like your slide, so I will. You have to get the job, right? The job of helping the bank to improve their whatever problems, improve their situation, solve their problems. So that is the idea, right? So you're going to be evaluated on that. Now, the second thing is, if you remember sessions last to last session or sometime we had listed down all the technologies. I think some 10 odd technologies we had listed. One of you will have to list them down on the chat box once again today. Who's going to list down all the technologies? The last time, who did it? You remember all the technologies we were talking about? We said we'll AI, then all the others. We had listed down IoT and a list of. Sorry? Yeah, someone, we will do. So KTC Hubli, you will do it. Now I want it first right now. So I want that list right now. So someone can cut and paste or type it quickly and share it on the chat box. So the evaluation is going to be like this. So the bank had some problems and there is one company which is coming and providing solutions. Now we will evaluate the discussion on how well you are addressing their problems and how you are answering their questions and how they are asking questions also. Both ways, how you are answering the question and how they are asking questions and how they are evaluating. On what basis are you evaluating? So those are 2 things. Third thing is, at the end of the discussion, we'll also evaluate how many technologies you covered in your discussion. All these sessions, on all the previous sessions, we were talking about what is the relevance of this technology, how it can be applied to a banking scenario or different kind of scenarios, which industries it is relevant, what are the kinds of solutions, how can it solve. So I want you to have that discussion around as many technologies as possible. Obviously, you may not cover all of them. That is fine. You don't have to force fit those things, but we are also going to look at the range of things that you're going to discuss in your discussion, right? So that is also important. So while you are, so I want to, okay, so someone has already mentioned that. Okay. All right, so we have cybersecurity, AI, big data analytics, SAP, ERP, machine learning, robotics, e-commerce, cybersecurity, AI, big data, these IoT, blockchain, big data. Okay, fine. So you've mentioned all of this, it is good. Now, what I want to see is when these two are discussing, let's say there is a team which is presenting and there is a team which is asking questions, KTC Hubli and let us say Rupashri and team. So when they are discussing, Kavita computers will have to observe and hear what they are discussing. And at the end of the discussion, when their discussion and everything is over, you will have to list down all the technologies that they covered amongst these. Again, what are the topics that they covered? What are the technologies that they spoke about and what, which ones they did not speak about? So you will have to mention that. So that way you will also pay attention to their conversation and you'll have to mention that. All right. Similarly, in the next conversation, when Kavita Computers and KTC Hubli's team is discussing, Rupashri and team will identify, they will hear what they're discussing and they will identify which are the technologies they covered from this list. Basically, what I want to understand is how wide can you have your discussion? I mean, what are the different range of topics you can talk about meaningfully, not force fitting. Okay, meaningfully you have to discuss. So supposing they ask you something about cybersecurity, are you able to answer that question? Or if you are mentioning something about cybersecurity, will they be able to ask right questions to you and make it a little more deeper in terms of conversation? Can you talk about it for about a minute or two? All these assignments that you did in the previous sessions and the exercises you did in the previous session, this is like a practical application of all of that. How well can you talk spontaneously about a certain topic? How can you talk about it? What advantages can you speak about? How well can you fit that technology into the solution? How can it solve the problem of the bank or the retail company and so on and so forth? Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm not going to repeat the instructions. So you will have time for about, let's say 20-25 minutes for the whole discussion, half an hour for the whole discussion, one discussion about half an hour. Okay, so you get started now, and it has to be an interesting discussion, not a one-way communication. Or and I will also, both ways we are going to evaluate how well you are answering the questions, how well they are asking questions, and on what basis are they going to give you the job. On what how are they deciding to give, what is the value add that you're bringing, and not money. Don't talk about, it's going to cost this much and all of that. That, of course, we're not discussing that in these sessions. But from a technology standpoint, how well are you going to present and how well you're going to, how well they're going to decide which, say between Rupashri and team and Kavita, Vaishali Computers and Kavita Computers, whom will they offer the job? Right. Similarly, the other way around, when we're doing the other discussion, you'll have to do it that way. All right. So let's get started now without any more this thing. This whole session is about you talking. I have done enough talking. I have, explained a lot of things and all of that. There's no end to giving these sessions, right? The point is, how well can you discuss a certain topic? That is the idea. Okay. So your time starts now. You can prepare your rooms. You want to join from your mobile devices, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. I'm not going to intervene and say, I can't hear you, it's not very clear. All of those things, I'm not going to intervene. It's up to the team and whatever arrangement they have made. If you're not audible, if you're not able to communicate properly, then you will lose the job. That's the spirit with which you are going to discuss. Okay. All right, let's get started. So first is bank team. Bank and Rupashri and team will meet and then they will discuss. All right, let's get started.
Sir, should we explain from where we stopped in the last class or from starting, sir?
I told you very clearly it is a restart from the beginning, okay? And don't ask me, assume that I'm not there. You're just talking to the bank, okay? Nobody is there to guide you through this conversation, okay? Assume you're meeting them now and you have started the conversation and you're talking to them, okay? Yeah, it's from the beginning. All right, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. So we prepared the solutions for your banking problems. So how to attract customers to our bank? You asked, you told the problem which you are facing. So we prepared some solutions for that. Offering unique rewards for opening an account or using a service. If we offer a new rewards, they'll attract for the rewards, and they'll try to open account for the rewards. And also we should ask the existing customers for the referrals, so that they'll they'll tell about our bank, and they'll tell the benefits which they get from our bank, and they'll refer other friends of them. Through that we can attract the customers as well. And also using mobile banking also we can attract, because using mobile banking a customer can open account in our bank from wherever we are, and also they can do the transactions without actually contacting the bank. So this is the solutions we give to your this problems, this particular problem. So are you satisfied with the solution, sir?
Regarding the solution provided here, first 2 points, they are not making use of any IT solutions. Only the mobile banking is a bit relevant solutions. So first two of, can you please come up with the IT solutions, including technology and all that. So we want to showcase technological solutions to our customers. We would look, we would like to look like a tech savvy company. So that's the reason, because with our we know that being tech savvy will ease the customers also in having the services of the bank. So along with mobile banking, we would like you to come up with another 3-4 IT solutions.
Yes, and also we can give these offers using mobile banking itself.
Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, next slide.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Bhavani. Here you have given the question like how to solve the server slow problem. For this, I have taken the solutions. First one is assess the situation. It means by using cloud computing, we can determine the extent of server downtime.
Ma'am, your voice is a bit low. Can you increase the sound of the systems? Adjust the systems?
Can you hear now, sir?
Yeah, it's a bit clear now.
Okay, sir. First one is solution for I have taken the solutions for server slow problem. First one is assess the situation. Here, by using cloud computing, we can determine the extent of the server downtime and its impact on banking service and customer experience. For example, to find out a decision about resolve that the server downtime is impacting on online banking services, preventing customer for accessing their accounts, making transactions, or to get back accounts information. By using, we can down, we can get back our accounts also. And next one is resolve the underlying issue. It means with help of cloud computing, we can minimize the risk of unauthorized data, assess the impact of server downtime. For example, investigate the cause of server failure. It could be due to hardware malfunctions or software errors. And collaborate with the cloud service, provide support team to identify and implement necessary configuration to prevent it. And the third one is restore services from backup. It means if the server downtime result in data loss, restore the data from backup storage in cloud. Cloud platform provides backup and recovery solutions also. If we take an example, we can bring back the backup of affected server from the cloud storage, and we can restore it to a new instance to recover the data. And the next one is update DNS records. It means DNS means domain name system. If the bank uses DNS, the bank update the DNS records to redirect requests to temporary cloud instance. For example, modify the DNS records to point to the IP address of temporary cloud instance, ensuring that customer requests are redirected to available servers during the downtime. And the fifth one is communicate with customer. Here, we have to keep customers informed about the downtime server, the action bringing take to resolve the issue. For example, we have to solve this with sending notification through emails or messages or mobile apps, any mobile apps, by using any mobile apps notifications to inform customer about the server downtime. It provides update on progresses. Thank you, sir. Is there any doubts?
I think this was more of a technical kind of thing.
Okay, sir.
We are not able to understand DNS records and all that.
DNS records means it is it means domain. We are having some name for our systems. That address,
Okay.
by using that address, we can resolve our we can update our records, sir. Whenever we are having server down problem, no, sir, at that time we can use these systems, sir, this domain, sir.
Okay. So this servers get slow because of server problem or data movement or net is slow. So how we should solve the problem?
Because if a server problem also or any net issue also, we can use these DNS records, sir. For both it will use, sir.
Okay.
Next slide.
Okay.
Next
Okay.
slide.
We'll think on this one, this problem in later.
Okay,
You can
sir.
move to next problem.
Next slide, ma'am.
Next question is how to elaborate branches all around the world by implement the business. Thus, we are for elaborating branches in villages. First, we have to create awareness among the village people. How you will create awareness? So, by using of the social media, digital marketing, you can give advertisements or post the videos in Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. So through using this social media, you can bring awareness. For example, if you can advertise if you keep some money in home loan, someone will store. Instead of that, you can keep it bank. So if you deposit some amount, you will get more rate of return. So by this idea, you can create awareness in the society and you can elaborate branches in the village. And also government announced some schemes like Pradhana Jyoti Jeevana Bima account in the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana account. So this Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana account, this is for the female child, so that they will get education, they will get some money for education, and this is for life insurance. This is like for life insurance. If any death had happened, they will get some money. So government is also helping to creating the bank accounts through these schemes. So you can elaborate that this by using the digital marketing technique. Did I answer your question, sir?
You have answered in two parts. First one is about government schemes and what RBI is doing. That we are already aware from the beginning. And regarding second part, you have mentioned about creating awareness through social media platforms and all that. This also we can do. But here in expanding the business into rural branches, we would like to know more from your solutions. You being IT solutions provider, we are looking for tech solutions from your company as how you can assist us in expanding or our digital presence in rural areas. I think you can have some more bit of discussion or new tech solutions regarding this problem. Yeah, okay. Next slide, please.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Meghna from Vaishali Computers. So my answer is how to secure the transaction in online record maintenance like Ledger. So here we will secure our transaction by using some methods like 2FA, two-factor authentication techniques. So we take a look to security risk associated with SMS-based OTP authentication. And here we aim to make our customer aware of common two factors. And so a simple password is not good to secure our data. So we have to keep a strong password to save to make secure our data. So we have to keep two-way authentication in online record maintenance. So, and in previous session, Chandrakant sir has asked a question like how to avoid offline entries. So there is no particular software or data, sir. I have inquired some of bank employees. They told there is no separate maintenance method. So they told we have to maintain on offline only. So when the customer arrives, we have to maintain all the records in offline. So first, to avoid, suppose if we have any software means, to avoid offline entries, first we have to update all the record data into the software, and then we can use online services without offline records. So because all the customers details will be available in online, at that time we don't need any offline records again. So only the thing is bank should have best security system for storage and maintenance of data. So sir, are you satisfied with my answer, sir? For previous in previous session you have asked this question.
Again, you answered. Actually, we were having two doubts here. One was keeping the records in offline. That's writing and maintaining in the ledger. And second one was to storing them in online record maintenance.
Yes,
So
sir.
online record maintenance we can take care of, but still we don't want to give away the method of writing and storing them in ledger, because that's what we are
Sir, in
doing.
offline we won't write, sir. In offline also we won't write in books or anything. We will maintain a Tally software
Okay.
or Snap. Those kind of softwares are there. We will maintain all the ledger entries or journal entries in that method, sir.
Okay, okay. In that case, whatever documents we create in online, they should be strongly stored and they should be cyber security, all those kind of things should be taken care of.
Yes, sir.
So,
If
what-
suppose if we take online, offline entries in Tally means there we will be create a path, sir. So we will create password to that. So if someone want to enter into the Tally software means they need username and password. Like that we can secure our records, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine then. Okay, we can move to next slide.
Here the question, sir, here the question like how to recover the bank loan from the customer. Here I am having the solutions, sir. The first one is a personalized communication. If whenever we are doing personalized communication with the customer to understand their financial situation to repayment plans, that can involve assigning dedicated loan recovery agent to work closely with the customer. For example, a bank may assigns the recovery agent to contact customer individually by discussing their requirements or like that and modifying the repayment terms. Whenever we are discussing about the what they are having the problem, we can resolve that by communicating personally. Then the next one is automated reminders and notification. By whenever we are doing we are sending the automated system to send payments reminder and notifications to the customer. It means by sending messages or emails, we are sending the reminders through the SMSs or emails or automated voice calls. uh, for instance, a bank may set up an automated system that send regular reminders a few days before when the payment due date to promote customers to make timely repayment. If we do like this, they will be they can remind. And the next one is a flexible repayment option. For example, if we take a bank may also allow customers to temporarily reduce their monthly payments or proceeding payments for certain period to reduce financial stress. And the fourth one is customer incentives and rewards. In this, by offer incentives and rewards to customer who make timely repayment and settle their loans in advance. For example, if customer pay amount earlier, then discount on outstanding loan balance, lower interest rate that provides benefits for them. Incentive incentives can motivate customers to most important loan repayment and improve their credit standard. And the fifth one is continuous customer engagement. When we are doing continuously with customer regular contact with the customer through loan recovery process. For example, engage with them through various channels such as phone calls or emails in personal meetings to provide updates and offer to support them. Did you got the points, sir? Or clear? Sir, did you got my points, sir? Do you have any doubts, sir?
1 second. After doing all these steps only, the loans have resulted into bad loans and we are not able to recover the loans. See, our staff will be personally communicating with the loan takers and they will be calling and reminding them this out of all the 5 automated reminders and notifications. That's where you are making the routine procedure automatic. That's one good thing. Our staff will be free of the process. They can take other activities.
Yes.
And flexible repayment options, not a IT solution, customer incentives and rewards. If they pay the loan back and I give them incentives, I'll end up in loss. And continuous customer engagement, that also we are doing. need some more kind of IT kind of work here. Probably you can work on before issuing the loan itself. You can analyze the customer whether he is able to pay the loan or not. That kind of analysis what we are looking at, customer analysis and his credit worthiness analysis, so that there is a 100% chances or probability that he will pay back the loan without any problem, without creating any problems and hurdles to the bank. So we should not spend much time in recovering the loan.
Okay,
So
sir.
that's what we are looking at.
We'll do it. I'll get back, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
How to solve the account creation problem with illiterate person or rural people to become honest? Here the first point is enrollment without informed consent. In enrollment, here in the enrollment process, first we have to fill the form in English. So the village people are not able to understand. In behalf of them, the agent will help with we will fill the form in English. We will fill the form in English behalf of rural people, and we explain all the information which has to be known by the.
Madam, can you come once again from the beginning? The voice is not clear. Please, can you be a bit louder, please?
Now can you hear, sir?
Yeah, it's a bit clear now.
Enrollment without informed consent in first point. In enrollment process, here the rural people cannot understand the English. So here the agent will help the rural people to fill the form, and it will explain all the information which has to be known by the rural people. And at the last, the client has to fill all the process which has been informed by the agent, and the thumb has to be put in the ink, and the last contract has been finished. In the next point, public secret PIN. In public secret PIN, the creation of PIN has to be done in 4 digits, which the rural people cannot understand. Here also we want the help of the agent. We create a 4 digit of PIN, which has been selected by the rural people, and this all record will be filled in the piece of paper, and he also informs that this information has not to be discussed among in the family or friends relatives. In third point, the 2BCS office fee. Here, the rural people has to withdraw their money. The agent will help through the mobile, and he asks the 4 digit number for the rural people, and he will enter the amount which has to be withdrawn. By this, the rural people will be aware of this. In last, inability to conduct P2P transfers. Here, in the mobile, the SMS has to be sent to the agent, to the client phone number. Here, the rural people does not know how to operate, so he will look after the local agent, and we will receive the notification which has been sent by the bank. Here, he has to travel for 15 kilometers, so he will pay the amount to his friend. Thank you, sir. Have you satisfied my answer?
Yeah, madam. Okay, but our problem was a rural person having very big amount. He is having 50 crore cash. He is just sitting with the cash in the home itself. He is not coming to open the bank account and deposit in the bank account. That's big amount. If he can open the account and deposit in the bank, our profits will increase with that much amount. So that's what we are looking for. But he don't trust the banking system itself. That was the problem. Whereas solutions provided by you, they are just basic in nature, and with I think with our experience, will not be able to crack that person and convince him to open an account in the bank. Okay, let's try these solutions and come back to you. But our confidence in that these solutions will get the result is very low. Probably you can work on some other tech solutions that can impress the customer. Okay, next slide, please.
So this problem, how to market our bank. This is quite same as how to attract the customers to our bank, because even if we attract the customers and if we uh, market our bank, both are quite same. So, but however, using a offline marketing service, we can only market about our bank in nearby places. But using digital marketing, we can market our bank in the far places as well. So using social media like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, in that we need to advertise about our bank by highlighting the values and the benefits of our bank which our bank is providing. So by that we can market our bank. If the customers are impressed by the benefits which we are providing, they'll try to open the account in our bank. So like this we can market our bank, and also we need to ask the existing customers for the referrals. Even using this as well, we can market our bank. So this is my solution to your problem, sir.
I think you can think of other solutions also, other than marketing and social media and LinkedIn, along with digital marketing. Yeah, but okay with the solutions. I think you need to work on this further. You can develop this further.
Okay, sir. We will go through it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Already we are implementing these things. Our staff is working with these kind of solutions, but we are getting here and there somewhere results, but not happy with the results what we are getting. So if you can work on this further, let's see.
Yes, sir.
Next question is bank staffs are not ready to adopt to the technologies in banks. So some of the bank employees are not ready to adopt the new technologies. If we compare to e-banking services, banks are using information and communication technologies by internet and mobile phone and other electronic device. So with that, they are using with that technology. They are each officers are maintaining 60,000 clients easily. So our clients are not aware about it. So we have to make aware of new technologies to our employees by providing workshops and providing some projects to them. So with that, they can adopt the new technologies in their banking systems. Hello, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Continue, ma'am. Continue.
This is the answer, sir. Like that, we have to provide workshop. They can adopt our technology. We have to make aware of the technologies to our employees. This is the answer, sir. Are you satisfied with that answer?
We have some more points. We want, madam. It is bit okay.
Okay.
50%, 60%
So
is okay.
okay. How they are, like, explain me, sir, why they are not adopting the technology? Please, will you please explain? Like,
Already it is running, ma'am.
okay.
So we want extra information. It's okay, ma'am. Move on to next slide.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. So next one is how to increase the bank profitability. So if we increase more deposits or more customers means with that they can make money from what they call to spread. So or the difference between the interest rate they are paying for deposits and the interest rate they are receiving from the loans they make, and they earn interest amount on the security they hold, like they will hold some securities like our assets will be there and the gold we will keep like as a securities. From on that also they can earn interest amount. So they earn fees for customer services like such as uh, checking accounts, financial consoling, and loan servicing, and the sale of other financial products like for example insurance, mutual funds. So if we take insurance means we will pay insurance amount to the banks. So some of the percentage of
Sorry to interrupt here,
Yes,
but
sir.
this is the presentation needs to focus only on the technology solution. So this is not a banking expertise session, right? These are sessions for incorporating technology for solutions which are relevant for the bank and to solve their problems. You don't have to explain how they need to do banking and all of that. You are an IT company. You're not a financial services organization. So
as a BCom student, I am explaining like that, sir, because I don't know about IT technologies. So
no, but the idea of these sessions is to understand how technologies, whatever we've discussed in these sessions, how that can be applied for solving their problems. If they are, if the problem is not relevant for your company, you don't need to talk about it. There can be hundreds of problems. The bank may be having so many other problems, how to handle employees and this and that and all sorts of things. We are talking only about technology solutions here. Yeah, because neither am I an expert in banking, nor are you an expert in banking. And these sessions are not meant for making us experts in the banking space. Right? This is more about how technology can be applied for their problems. Are you understanding? Are you getting my point?
yes, sir, I'm understanding. Like
Yeah. So so therefore, the discussion has to revolve only around the solutions which can be solved using the latest technologies, the list of technologies, or maybe even others, like we mentioned in the chat box and as we have been discussing in the previous sessions. So that is the idea. So don't digress from the area of discussion.
okay.
Yeah. So if that is not relevant, you need not present it. If it is after this, if you're getting into how the bank can improve their profitability, they can add more products, they can increase interest rate, this and that and all that. Those are all banking financial, their strategy of how they will handle
This
that.
question is about how to increase the bank profitability, sir. So there is
Correct.
no technology can be used in this. If we take any technologies by making advertisement like we
No,
will
so
provide
my
loans.
point is, if the question is how to increase bank profitability, you have to either say, we can help you facilitate your bank's operations by adding some technique, by providing some solutions which are related to that. But you don't have to answer all questions.
Okay, sir.
It's not necessary that you have to answer all the questions, right? If he's asking about bank profitability in the context of applying technology, how it can improve their profitability, that is what he meant. If that is, I mean, at least that's how you should take it, right? You're not advising him or the bank on how they can improve their business, on which products they can add, how they can get credit card, more customers for credit. I mean, if it's not related to technology, maybe you can tell them you can analyze your data better using all of these tools that we are providing. And when you analyze all of these, you'll get more information about which product is performing better, and therefore where you need to focus, which product is not performing as well as it should have been, and therefore you need to. So that's how you can tie it up with technology, right? Don't advise them on what they need to do on interest rates and all of that stuff.
Okay.
Correct? That is not the idea of these sessions, right? Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so sorry, this was not to dissuade you from talking. You may have prepared well. I'm not denying that. That is okay. That is good that you're speaking, but also you need to speak and make your content relevant to the discussion, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you told bank data has been sold our customers' data. So we cannot do anything about the data which has been sold or which has been hacked, but we can protect our present data by increasing the security settings of the server which your particular bank is using. Here we can contact the cyber security team so that they'll increase the security settings and they'll increase the security. And whenever a hacker tries to hack the data, and when anyone of our bank tries to sold the data, we will get the notification about it so that we will be aware of it and we can secure that data. But however, which has been sold, we cannot do anything about it. From now we should be careful about it. So this is my solution to this problem, sir.
Yeah, okay. Again, you have touched the technology part is missing. You are providing normal solutions, but technology part you have touched, but the basics of you have touched to the point which can provide 100% solution, that's missing here. As how the data can be secured, and even if it is stolen, it should not be of any use to the person who has stolen the data. So that kind of measures you should have been worked on. So even if it is stolen, it should not be of any use to the person, other competitors. So that's what we would like to know, how you will be taking care of that part. Which technology you will be using. So that kind of information solution we are looking for.
No, sir, you told the data has been sold, right? If they are getting benefit from it, then only they'll sell, right?
Okay.
No, sir, I'm asking you.
See, for example, one customer data is stolen, his account number is stolen, how much amount he is having in the account and his mobile number, all these details have been stolen. So this data end up in our competitor hands. So when our competitor wants to call that person and open his account, in that case, his mobile number should not be displayed in the correct manner. Wrong mobile number should be displayed there. So even if the data is stolen, he wants to call that person, the call should not go to that person, it should go to some other person. So then they should realize that stealing the data is of no use. So they should not think of stealing our data again. That kind of measures we are looking for.
Yes, sir. Using cyber security, we should stop from stealing the data. What's the point of later if we take care of late after stealing the data? Before only if we take care of it, then it will be useful, no, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, madam.
Yes, sir.
You are done very good. Don't take it serious. We are asking only common.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So, Vinayak, you don't have to judge how well they have done or how well they have not done. I have not asked you to do that, right? You're doing a role play right now. Why are you telling her you've done well? And are you going to give the offer to her?
No, sir.
Have you decided that you're going to give this job to Rupashri and team?
No, sir. We are asking again and again question.
No, that's okay. That's the whole idea of a role play, right? You are supposed to ask questions and they are supposed to answer the questions. There's nothing here. We're not taking it personally. Their answer, the idea is to have the discussion. If you
Yes,
are,
sir.
Yeah, so you don't have to feel sorry, and which means that you're not asking questions properly, maybe. You're doing a role play, right? You're doing a role play in the let's say you're going for a job offer or something. Are they going to be generous about, okay, let's not ask him questions which are uncomfortable? Let us make it very comfortable, even if it is not, the kind of thing that we want. They want to get their answers, yes or no, in a job.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, so evaluation, we'll do it later on in the end. Let's do the role play right now. Okay.
Yes.
And once again, I'm reiterating this, these sessions are not meant for you to become experts in banking or in the next discussion. The idea is not that you will become experts in retail industry. The idea is how these technologies can be applied in these industries. You have to become experts in these technologies, maybe one or two or whatever technology that you choose. But I also want you to become comfortable talking about these technologies. Tomorrow, if somebody asks you, what is the benefit of this technology? What are the advantages? In an interview, you might be asked these questions, right? So then how well are you going to answer these questions? That is the idea. Have you done your, the other team, what is the other team? Vaishali Computers, are you all banking experts? Are you doing, by the
No,
way,
sir.
my question, yes or no?
No, sir.
No,
No.
right? So we are not evaluating you on your banking expertise, but are you becoming, why are you doing these courses? What is the intent of doing these courses? What do you want to become? You get some certification or something, right?
Sir.
Yeah, what is that certification? Is it a banking certification? Or what certification do you get? What do you write in your certificate?
AI with Python, sir.
AI with Python, let's say. Okay, that's one example. So you are supposed to become experts in AI and Python, right? If someone is asking you questions about AI, you should be able to answer technical questions and applications of AI in different industries. This is an example of application of AI in the banking industry. Are you able to support your technical knowledge with your real world knowledge of how well this can be used in this industry? Let's say banking, retail, or some other industries, all different types of industries. That is the idea, right? So you have to keep that in mind, keep that focus in mind while you're preparing your content. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Are you done? If you're not, yeah, you can continue. Whatever you're doing, you can continue.
We are done, sir.
Okay, so KTC Hubli team is going to evaluate your answers, and so you have a certain amount of budget for your problems. To solve those problems, you have to decide whether you have to give it to KTC Vaishali Computers or you have to give it to Kavita Computers, right? And which problems are you going to solve? Which is more important right now? Are you going to solve all the problems at the same time? All of that, okay, you don't have to go into those details today, but that's the idea. Okay. All right. So next, let's do Kavita Computers. Who's going to present to KTC Hubli? Same way, same process. You can start doing the discussion.
Okay, sir. We are ready, sir.
Yes, ma'am. We will. Kavita. Madam, Kavita Computer Center, please start.
Just a second.
Good afternoon, all. Myself, Suvarna. So, KTC ability to give there some questions, sir. So, here
Madam, your voice is not audible. Can you be a bit louder, please?
Now, sir? Hello? Hello, sir, now?
Now a bit better than earlier, but still not fully comfortable. Okay, you can start with.
So, good afternoon to all. So, the ATC team give us some questions, sir. So, here the first question.
Next time.
One. So, here the first question. How to attract the customer to the bank? Before we are explaining each point, I will give you one example or I will explain about one situation. So here, customer or a person came to the bank and he started interaction with the bank manager or else a bank worker. And the bank manager has to think of a point. How I attract the customer, how I delivered my point to the customer. So in a first interaction to the with the customer, we must be thoughtful about every touch point, how it will be delivered, and the customer in a customer. So how he affected in the customer to their mind. So obviously the bank manager has explained about each every point. Then obviously the customer thinks about the bank has to provide excellent services. The bank has a target marketing. So so I mentioned every point in we are all seeing in a slide, develop a strong bond identity and enhance the online presence and offering attractive financial product and providing excellent services and focusing on the customer experience, targeting marketing. So these points are again. Is everything satisfied with my situation?
Yeah, okay. We could not see any technological solutions in all the 5 points, other than the second one, that is enhance online presence.
Sir,
So
here, so 1 minute.
there is some
Sir,
there is some
Sir, here we using a technology is CRM technology, sir. Customer services and management. The customer service management has to provide excellent services, sir. So we are using, sir.
okay. We'll think of this later. Next slide, please.
Okay. So next question. How to solve a services issues in a bank? Again, I took a one situation. A person or a customer, he has a transaction in a online to money in a, with another person. So some network issues, the transaction may be gone down. So he came to a near bank there, whatever the bank name. So he starting interaction with the bank. So the customer, so here the bank manager again will not go on the bank. So they have the contact and the trophy followers are the provider. So we can ask them and resolve to how the issues will be fine. And in a bank, especially IT team are there. They are make them provide and give the solution about what they have the issues that they have facing. So I mentioned in engaging IT team and experts. So is that okay?
Yeah, it was more of a technical solution kind of thing. So could not make much of the understanding of what was mentioned on the slide. So it's more of technical.
Uh,
Okay, we'll see on this later. Next slide, please.
okay. Next slide will be continued with Archana.
Hello everyone, myself Archana. So third question is about how to elaborate banking all around the villages. So here conduct market analysis to identify potential locations and assess customer demand. Um, develop, develop a comprehensive business plan, outline goals, treasury, and financial protection for brands. Assess infrastructure needs to determine the physical requirements and technical resources necessary for brands. Customize services for rural customers to meet their specific banking needs and improve accessibility. Recruit and train a local workforce to ensure familiarity with the local culture and provide personalization customer service. Continuously evaluate and adapt branch operations to optimize performance and meet evolving customer demands. And fourth type is hello sir.
Yeah, madam.
Sir,
So,
are you-
in the previous slide, in which of the point you are suggesting IT or technological solutions? In which of the points? So, is there going to be any IT or technological solutions involved in assessing infrastructure needs or implementing infra needs? Okay, next slide, please. Next problem, please.
So fourth slide is how to maintain the online transaction. So online transaction. Well, the disadvantages of offline transaction and the advancement of technology are the main reasons behind the arrival of online transaction. People in 21st century are familiar with online transaction behind more such as credit card transaction, debit card transaction, mobile wallet payment, or QR code payment, and many more. We have added the advantages below in order to give a concrete idea about such a transaction. So online transaction has endless advantages, and we have highlighted some of them below. Quick and easy, track all the transaction, accept all form of payments. So online transaction disadvantages. Well, an online transaction is not completely divide of negative assets. We have added some of them here. Card for personal identity. You cannot let others make the online transaction with your cards. Your personal identity is required. So these are the difference between online transaction. Hello, sir.
Yeah, madam.
So, are you satisfied?
Yeah, to some extent. Next slide, please.
Okay, sir. Next slide. Continue by Vishal.
The question is how to solve the account creation problems with the illiterate people. In a case in the villages, there is a many people are illiterate. That's why we need to appoint their in banks.
So once again, all this is irrelevant. Improve loan approval process unless you are involving some technology to improve the approval process. Offer alternate repayment option if you're providing some other option through some artificial intelligence or some other method, some machine learning tool or something like that. This is an irrelevant topic for our discussion today. Implement stricter collection procedure is irrelevant again. Consider legal actions when necessary. That is irrelevant completely for our discussion today. Strengthen risk management practices, seek professional assistance. So all this is, there's nothing to do with technology here, right?
So in loan approval processes, we can check the credit card credit score, sir, with technology.
How? You have to explain that. If you're going to check the credit score with technology, you have to explain that. I don't want to see, consider legal, all of these is irrelevant for our discussion here, right?
Yes.
So I tried to technological answer.
Tell me one thing. Okay, who's answering? Kavita Computers. What is the certification you are getting by doing these sessions? Not these, maybe you're coming to this Kavita Computer Center. What is the certification you're getting? You're getting a banking certificate? Yes or no?
IoT, sir. IoT.
Sorry?
IoT with Python, sir.
No, it's not clear. What is it? IT?
IoT with Python, sir.
IoT with Python. That is a certificate you're planning to work towards, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So you have to do all the things which will help you become that. If you
Okay.
want to become a banking expert, you will have to join some other course where they will teach you about banking and financial services and all of that. So the whole idea of this exercise was to see application of those technologies in this industry. All right. That's what I said in the previous presentation also. If it is not relevant, please don't discuss this in this session. Okay. If you can connect it with technology, all the things that we have discussed so far, go ahead and do that. All right. Otherwise, you can skip those slides. All right. Go ahead.
The next slide. How to handle educated people for the bank accounts. In bank accounts, we can assist them for AI with AI and with voice model.
So once again, this is simplify the language. How are you going to simplify the language?
Sir, I will tell you the one, sir. There is no point mentioned here.
I'm sorry?
I want to one explanation, sir.
You will give your own explanation, you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then don't even present the slide. No, this is distracting. The slide is something else. You're saying something else. Provide clear instructions. That means you're telling them how to write good manuals. Be patient and understanding. You're giving them lessons on how to be good listeners. How will you do all this? So this is not in the scope of our discussion today.
Okay, sir.
You don't have to teach the bank to do all of these things. This bank is already doing all. They are coming to you for a technology solution for some of their problems.
Okay, sir.
Offer additional assistance. What kind of additional assistance will you offer? Yeah. So if it is irrelevant, don't present the slide. All right. You can talk and discuss. That is also fine. A slide presentation is not mandatory in this discussion, today's discussion. All right. Go ahead.
In uneducated people to with the AI can be voice modulation to ask the question to AI and they can to answer the how to make the transactions and how to make a bank account open in this bank itself. It's okay. It's also not. It is where is get you get my answer.
Yeah, the answer was it was more of a banking solutions which we are already doing, and there was no technical or technological solutions were involved.
Yeah, AI in the rural areas in AI using AI, we can get the voice modulations and then to ask them rural uneducated people to ask questions, then the voice model to give the answers to the languages with speaking.
Sorry, I'm not getting your voice. Through AI, how you will be doing the account creation process?
Some voice modulation, I think, sir. Voice modulation. Like someone can ask to chatbot, like some ask to questions, they give me answers. Like that, we can use AI. Then they ask some questions, they repeat the answers. How can they do that work?
Okay, AI can be used, but you need to think more of here in the account opening process. AI can be implemented here. Need a clear-cut solution here. You are
Sure.
on the to the solution, but need some more working on that.
Okay, sir.
Next slide, please.
Next slide.
Sir, next is how to the your data was sold, and that was the problem, and you have to you are asking the solution. So
Yeah.
if your data was sold, you have to notify your customers, because they don't lose their hope on your bank. Here we use email platforms or marketing automation tools for sending notifications to customers. Next, enhance security measures. Here we use firewall systems to protect networks from unauthorized access, or encryption tools to secure sensitive data in transit and at rest. We also can use antivirus softwares to detect and remove malware. Now, we can also support the affected customers, because if we didn't support them, they will go to other banks. Here we can use the technology like.
Can you please share the slide?
Don't understand.
Please share the slide.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay. Please, it's good. Please continue.
Next, we have to offer support to the affected customers. Otherwise, they will go to other banks. So here we can offer that such as ticketing systems and knowledge bases to manage customers' inquiries and provide resources, or self-service protocols, or FAQ sections to address common customer concerns. Communications tools like live chats or chatbot systems to assist customers in real time. Also, we have to rebuild our customer trust and transparency platform to communication with customers openly about the breach and security measures. Secure customer protocols or account management systems for customers to review and update their personal information. Enhance authentication mechanisms such as multi-factor authentication to strengthen security. Are you satisfied, sir?
Not fully, because again it's a kind of a banking solutions. So technological things not discussed here regarding cyber security and all that. Not okay with this answer. Next slide, please.
The next slide is how to increase the bank profitability.
The technology is involved here. The fourth point, we are seeing some technology adoption. Discuss that first, and anyway technology is involved, discuss those points also.
Okay, sir. Here we have to upgrade our banking systems and processes to improve operational efficiency and reduce costs. Implementing online and mobile banking platforms with advanced features to enhance customers' experience and attract tech-savvy customers. Here we can also use digital banking platforms, adopt modern digital banking solutions that enables customers to perform transactions, access account information, and manage their finance online or through mobile applications. Here we can also use technology that.
Okay, hold on. So what you're explaining here seems to be interesting, but are you reading this from somewhere? Who's speaking? Can I see the person who's speaking?
Sir, it's me, Sir Satish.
1 second, hold on. I am not able to see you. Who's speaking? Satish.
Yes,
You're not visible on the camera. So are you comfortable like this? KTC Hubli, the person is speaking from background somewhere and you're not able to see that person on the camera. You don't know who's speaking and you have 3 people sitting there. Is this okay with you, KTC Hubli?
Not so comfortable, sir.
Why didn't you mention that? Why did you not mention that?
Yeah, that's the reason I asked them to share the slide. Sir.
So that is okay. Slide is fine, but I can't even see the. It looks like he's reading from somewhere. Let's see you. Who's speaking from KT's Kavita Computers? Let us see you.
It's me, Satish.
Okay. Are you reading from somewhere or are you saying it spontaneously?
So I have noted some points of technology and I'm saying.
So you're reading from some notes, right?
Some technologies.
I'm saying what you were explaining is very good. All I'm trying to ask you is, were you reading from some notes? If you were reading from notes, say yes, that is okay. You were reading, right?
No.
So even if you were reading from notes right now, I felt that you were speaking very well. So next time onwards, say it in your own words. If you're reading from someplace, it is okay. At least for a practice, it is fine. But what the reasons you were giving were good. I mean, when you are saying how you can increase your profitability, how the bank can become more efficient and in their processes and all of that, that is good. If you're able to understand what you're saying, it is good. But if you're blindly reading from somewhere, if you're reading some notes and not understanding, then tomorrow somebody will ask you this question, you will not be able to answer, right? So also say it in your own words, you're doing well. What I'm saying is you were speaking well, but I couldn't even see you on the screen, right? So that is kind of reducing your marks by 50%. I should be able to see, right, who's speaking and what he's speaking. Okay, so start this slide once, or this topic once again from the beginning. You can continue this discussion. Start this from where I stopped you from. From the beginning of this slide. Go ahead. Yeah.
Technology adoption, sir. Digital banking platforms. Here we can adopt modern digital banking solutions that enables customers to perform transactions, access account information, and manage their finance online or through mobile bank applications. Here I have mentioned also in artificial intelligence and machine learning, leverage and complete, sir. KTC, are you satisfied with it?
Yeah, okay. You have said that our problems can be solved by.
So it's very evident. By the way, sorry, I just wanted to interrupt. It's kind of evident that the person who was presenting was reading from somewhere. It's not coming from in your own words. You should be able to say the reasons. The whole point of this exercise is not to get points for attendance or something like that. I will be happy if you can speak in your own words. Whatever you've learned, you should be able to speak in your, at least start trying doing that. Okay, otherwise you will not learn. All right. And in the end, all of you are asking, are you satisfied, KTC Hubli? Are you satisfied? In the interview, are you going to ask like this? If someone is going to ask you a question in the interview and they ask you a question, and when you answer the question, are you going to say, are you satisfied with my answer? Obviously, you're embarrassing them by asking that question. That person will not say whether he's satisfied, he or she will not say whether they're satisfied. They may say, yes, we'll get back to you. But you shouldn't be asking, are you satisfied? You can ask, does that answer your question? You can say, does that answer your question? Then they will say yes or no or something like that. And if you still want to add some more content, you can add. If they're not, let's say you ask them, are you satisfied with my question answer? Then he will say here, they will say they will be not too sure. But if you say, does this answer your question? Then that person will say, yes, partially, but I'm not too sure how you're going to address this part of the problem. Then if you know that answer, you can answer that further. You can elaborate more on that answer if you know. If you don't know, then you can say, I can do some more research and come back to you. All right. There is a way of speaking. Knowing technology is one thing. Knowing your answers, technology, tools, and all of that is one thing. The second important thing is the way you answer those questions in an interview situation or in any situation, in a project situation or wherever. All right. This is for everybody. Are you understanding? Is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I have said this many times and I've observed all of you saying, does this satisfy? Have I answered your, are you satisfied with my answer? Yeah. Okay, go on, carry on, continue the discussion.
Sir, we did without technology, sir.
Yeah, so that is a basic thing, right? I'm not expecting you to become banking experts. I'm not a banking expert and I'm not going to train you on banking specialities. The idea was how we will apply. We've said this many times in the previous sessions. We've done so many exercises in the previous sessions where we've done different industries, retail industry, banking, different examples also we took and discussed. Maybe you were not present. All right. So, okay, continue with the discussion.
Next time we will mention the technologies with your solutions.
Yeah, mention the technology. Understand the technology and its applications, not banking, how the bank can improve their credit card, this thing and all of that. That is all their problem. They will see that. How to recover loans and all of that. That's all their problem. They will find out. There are other departments to handle that. This is the IT department, which is coming for solutions to solve, implement technology, right? Okay, all right. Is that all? Are you done? The whole presentation is done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so with this discussion now, let's see from KTC Hubli, whom are you going to go with? Or both of them or neither of them? Or are there any solutions they can offer you? What is your response? KTC Hubli, I want to hear from you now.
So in first presentation, there were two solutions. We got some technological solutions to our problems.
Okay.
Storing data in ledger and online records. So we were having maintaining the records in two places. That was our problem.
I don't have all, no, just tell me. I don't want to go into ledgers and all those things. Okay. I just want to know who has impressed you and why. Specifically tell me what solution impressed you, if at all. If it has not been impressive, tell me why it has not been impressive. I don't want to solve ledger problems and all of that. Okay.
Okay, sir. See, in first presentation, sir, out of 10 solutions, for 2 solutions, we got a correct IT solution kind of thing, sir.
Okay.
But even in those 2, the solution was mentioned, but how they are going to implement that, that was not mentioned, sir. Okay.
Okay. Well, which are those?
Okay.
Which are those 2 solutions?
Those 2 solutions were data storing in ledger and in online records, sir.
Okay.
It was to some extent to the point, sir.
Okay. And which was the other one? Solution?
Other one was, sir, bank staff are hesitating to adapt to new technologies.
Okay.
So how to make the staff get adapted to new technology? Here we're bit clear as what was the solution they were mentioning.
What was the solution?
Training and making them part of training associations. So these kind of solutions were discussed.
But that is also change management solution. No? That is like a change management. So there is a subject called change management, which is when an organization is changing from something to other. Like, for example, you're adopting digital. So
Yes,
older ways of doing to changing to a new way of adopting tech. So that is a change management topic that has nothing to do with tech. I mean, it has things to do with technology, it's training, but not really the kind of discussion that I wanted to happen today.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Out of 4 solutions mentioned in this section,
Mhm,
adoption to technology,
mhm.
was able to see some technological discussions, sir.
Sorry,
But
your
again,
voice.
how the solution is going to be implemented, that was missing, sir.
Okay. So are you going to go with any of them, or you're not going to, you're going to wait for the right company to
So
come?
we'll go with this first team presentation only for these 2 solutions, sir. Rest all will keep on pending, sir.
No, even those 2 solutions, are you
Not so comfortable, sir. If they can work on those 2 and come back again regarding the implementation part and what all technology are going to be involved.
Okay.
So if they can speak much more on those technologies involved, we'll
Okay.
consider them, sir.
Okay. So what about the company, Kavita Computers?
Kavita Computers, last point, some tech solutions were discussed regarding bank profitability and all that, sir. But again, not a clear-cut solution was mentioned, and how they are going to implement that was missing in total, sir.
Okay. So there are 2 things. First is the way you ask them questions also needs to change. Okay, in a real situation, the company might not be really very clear, but assuming you are coming from the IT department of the bank and you're asking them questions initially, your questions should also be framed more aligned towards, they should be aligned. We want to improve our profitability, right? Your questions also can improve first. Second, the other team, although you have asked these general questions, their focus should always have been to relate it with technology and provide technology solutions. I've been telling this time and again in the last 2-3 sessions. So, but in spite of that, I think you all come back with non-technical solutions, how to get improve the banks, how to improve the color of the bank, what kind of walls can be wall color can be painted so that people become happier in the bank. This is all not our discussion, right? This is not what we get, but that is a subject. You can go to painting and interior designers to get the inside of the banks more cheerful and all of that. That is not the topic we are discussing here. We are talking about how technology can be used for the performance of the bank. So one lesson all of you have to learn is you have to focus on the area. Try to focus in the subject that you are trying to become experts in. Don't digress your thinking so much, right? Because nobody is going to ask you in the interviews about these kind of questions about how will you improve profitability and how to recover loans, or how bank can be made more beautiful, what colors can I paint. That is, you're going to be asked questions about how AI can be used for our can be improved with ERP solutions. Yeah. All right. So keep that in mind. And now let's do, because we have less time again, so let's do the other one. Let's do the retail. There's only one team, right, which is prepared for that. I think KTC Hubli is going to prepare the solutions, and the retail company is the other company. So let's get started quickly. Let's start that. Let's
Okay,
change.
we are sharing the screen, sir.
Okay, you go ahead. Again, the same teams, same approach.
Good afternoon, all. Welcome to our IT solutions. So here we have had the liberty to assume the names of the companies.
Sorry, just a small interruption. Try to finish your presentation in 10 minutes.
Okay, fine, sir.
Yeah.
So IT solutions to Kalyan Karnataka retail cloth stores by Kittur Karnataka IT teams. These are all the questions we have discussed in the last session. So these are all the problem areas So we have analyzed the problem areas, the questions, and we have classified the questions in different segments. So the questions in the blue, we have colored the questions differently. Questions in the blue, like first question, sixth question, 11th question, they are about data management. And questions in red, second and seventh question, they are about the competition from others, competition from competitors related to questions. And next one is green questions. They are about sales and marketing. And next one is eighth, that is in black color. It's about analysis part of the data. And next, ninth and 10th, they are pink. They are about profitability, to increase profitability through loyalty of the customers and customer maintenance, and along with customer service. So solutions are based on customers loyalty here. So we have clubbed them based on their color. So data related questions on the top, competition related questions at one side, sales and marketing related questions at one hand, and next one is data prediction or forecasting the sales. It's about analytics, and last two questions are regarding customer loyalty and improving the profitability through loyalty. Next. And here one, so taking the blue questions, they are about data management. The questions are securing customer data, how to access information from different departments of the company, managing the employees, billing and store operations. So it's about data management and store operations. Here, what solutions we are providing are, we are providing them AWS solutions through AWS window. We are not designing them solutions for their company specifically, because their company, retail store company, being a small scale, because they are about to launch or launching their operations in near term. So they are not sure about their scales, like whether they are going to scale up or scale down. So they are experimenting. So we are providing them AWS or cloud solutions. So here in being having cloud solutions, they can scale up or scale down, and they need not invest big amount into IT infra or securing those infra solutions. So that all part is taken care by cloud solutions. And through cloud, AWS identity and access management, all their data will be stored in AWS. Here through IAM, data privacy, data security, data transfer, and cyber security part will be taken care of. So because AWS are experts in that part, and they have invested a much bigger amount and much bigger, they are already implementing these solutions from long. So these parts will be taken care of by AWS. And next one is regarding store operations. AWS Smart Store, that solution we are going to implement here. The solutions will be implemented through Internet of the Things, IoT, cameras and sensors, tracking customer behavior and analyzing customer traffic in the shop. Through this, we'll analyze the shopping behavior and queue depth. Analyzing the queue depth, heat maps, where customers are moving, in which part of the shop they are moving. So how much items are getting sold from there, what is the profit generated from there, that will analyze. And even camera will detect defective products on the shelf and will send a signals to replace them. And next one is scan and go happy checkouts. Here a customer, once shopping is done through go carts or through the carts, he need not go to counters and pay the amount. So our these carts will be installed with digital consoles, which we can see on electric bikes. So those consoles will be installed on the cart, and once he puts the item into the cart, they will be scanned there itself, and his bills will be generated there itself. As and when he keeps new items in the cart, new bill will be generated, and he can scan his fingerprints or his card there itself, and he can make the payment there itself. And once the payment is done, shop door will be automatically opened to him whenever he approaches the door, and from there he can take the cart to his car and place the goods in their cars and leave the cart there itself. So this way, instead of standing in the queue and making payment at the counter, the cart will act as a counter itself where he can make the payment. So this way, we have addressed their problems regarding securing customer data, accessing the information, and also different departments can access the data from AWS, because here we'll be providing access to different for manager, the different access will be provided. For chairman, the different access will be provided. For board of members, different access will be provided. For a person working in the different accounts department, a different access will be provided, and based on their hierarchy, those access will be more powerfully enabled. They can have more access to the data, whereas a person working in the lower hierarchy, his access will be limited. So this way, we'll be enabling the accesses. So this way, through this AWS solutions, we have addressed their problems of securing customer data, accessing information, and managing store operations, and managing the employees. This is a HR problem. So for that, other problem of this problem will be addressed through SAP. Next slide.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you please explain how the camera can detect the defective products which are in the shelf?
See, camera detecting a defective product. It can be done through AI and machine learning. So camera will just scan the picture and it will send the information to AWS. That's cloud computing. In cloud computing, there are AWS is there, Google Cloud is there, Microsoft Azure is there. We are referring AWS as we have used it in previous presentations. So camera will scan the picture and send it to AWS. If the picture is okay, AWS will decide whether, because we have already fed it with thousands of products which are okay. So it will scan and compare the picture with those correct pictures. So it's resembling any one of those correct pictures. It will allow that product to be on the shelf. Else, it will send a signal to replace. It will be done through AI and machine learning. Machine learning models will be implemented here. Hope the question is answered.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Kavita Computers and Vaishali team, hope the solution is clear.
Actually, data transfer, in second question, we want to have all the departments at one system, sir.
Yeah, okay. See, through this AWS, access will be given to all the persons in your management team, but access will be enabling the access will be done based on the hierarchy, whereas manager or owner of the company will be having full access. He can see everything and anything available of your company on the AWS platform, whereas the same access will be given to the CEO or the manager, whereas a person working in a separate department, for example, accounts department, he'll be able to view information related to accounts department only, whereas a marketing person will be able to see data related to marketing activities only. HR guy will be able to see only HR or managing the employees. That kind of information he'll be able to see. Their access will be limited.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Thank you. We'll move to the next problem area. Next, competition.
Here is a competition from both online and physical stores, and how to face competition and avoid closure in the first year of store launch. A solution is here user-friendly e-commerce website and mobile app and integrate both online and retail store. We have small stores, so they develop the application, mobile app and website. Implement both AR and VRs. We already seen in Lenskart they have they build like a AR and VR. When we face in front of the mirror, in front of the application, it will we are analyzing which spec is more comfortable for us, and it will measure our length also. So similarly, we will give the build the application like AR and VR and make use of chatbot. Customer having any issues or any doubt, they will go through the chatbots, and instead of salesman, interactive display, digital signals, smart checkpoints, checkouts, payment through push cards. Sir, already previous slide already sir is told by the use of interactive displays. Sir, previously sir is also told by the use of whenever the yes sir. How to face a competition and avoid closure in the first year of store launch. This is the answer for fifth. Data analytics. Analyze customer data to know customer pattern, preference and trend, and store optimum inventory. In previous year, how much the sale is happened by the use of customer data. We will analyze the data. By analyzing, we will store all the components into the store. This is the solution for how to face competition. Hope you may I clear your answer, Kavita and computer and Vaishal computer.
Yes, sir. Please go on with next slide.
Yes.
So the next one is sales and marketing. Here the problems are expanding business in remote village areas and branding while launching a new store, and wants to spread e-commerce, keeping in view rural areas and sourcing ilkal sarees like local products. This ilkal saree is a geo-tagged product which sourced from local area can go across pan India. So that's the power of ilkal sarees. And the solutions we are implementing here is local partnerships, help and guide village entrepreneurs. Who are village entrepreneurs? Those who are having kirani shops in village. They are village entrepreneurs. Convince some of them to set up online and digital presence. So in their house itself, convert one of the room as a shop of our concept of our shop. That's a mini shop in the village area where we can store our products and we can train the guys to be online and digitally competent. So they can help us to source local products because they will be known in the village area, and also they can act as a logistic support. They will source the goods and supply to our head office, and also we can send the inventory for that village and store in his house. So that way they will provide a dual support. And also next one is studying local needs, understanding product requirements of the village and what language they speak. So that language we use in our website or mobile apps, and we have to change the interface accordingly for each and every village. And also we have to design flexible payment options in our e-commerce website, because rural area income is not equally distributed across the year. So they will get their income when they sell the harvest in the APMCs. So we should design our payment options surrounding that time of the year. And next one is branding. So we need to have our website and mobile apps, and they should be visible in social media platforms. Engagement should be created through AI designed ads for each village. Instead of targeting each and every customer, we can target the villages, and we can design the ads for each village, which our local entrepreneurs will be displaying in their interactive display panels. And also influencer partnerships on social media. For example, nowadays on social media, influencers are there who are having 1 lakh or 5 lakh followers or 50,000 followers like that. So we can give these AI designed ads for each village to these through these influencers, we can put them on social media. And also we need to create entertaining and informative videos which can go viral on social media. Again, we can create these entertaining and informative videos through AI chat GPT kind of apps are there for video content creation. We can take the help of those content creating chatbots in AI. Hope this sales and marketing questions are answered. Any doubts? Okay, we'll.
No, sir, please go on.
Okay, next slide. Okay, this in this data analysis part.
This is the data analytics doing prediction question for doing prediction for future sales in advance before launch of the store. First, we will target the market area, analyzing that target area, marketing area, and such previous year how much sale is happened in that area, and what are the requirement they need. They in that area they have more numbers of children and kids, and also having humans, and conduct market research. Based upon the research, we will store all the equipments and all the retails, all the addresses. Also create a sales forecast model. Yes, sir. This is done. This is create sales forecast model. This is done by AWS Analytics. This AWS platform. It will help to the create a sales forecast model. Does I cleared your answer? Madam, shall we go to next slide?
Yes, sir, please go.
Customer servicing and loyalty. The question is how to maintain profitable customers, loyalty of the customers and customers maintenance. Second question, to improve customer service and improve profitability. So the solutions are, there is a rule that is known. So we have to implement a SAP CRM module. So there is a rule that 80:20 ratio. When business started, so the 80% profit is going to the owner and 20%. 80% profit from the 20% customers is going to the owner and 20% to the customers, regular customers. For this, we have to introduce AI and chatbot, which will directly focus on the 20% customers and take their data and give them a grant. The second point is SAP and CRM, which allows them to manage the customer information, track their interactions, and provide personalized service. So this manages everything about the customer, in which what he is interested and what he can buy in the next this. To provide a self-service portal in the particular website. Examples like FAQs, tutorials, video guides about the product usage, means to give a little bit information about the product in their websites. Multi-channel access to the shop, to giving multi-accesses of their shop locations on many of the social websites like Instagram, Twitter, and directly emailing them to their email accounts, and putting their ads in WhatsApp, mobile messaging, and other social media apps. So they can directly order from these websites, which will be easiest to them. Hope this is satisfied. Have I answered your queries? Excuse me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I could see prompting going on for, have I answered the question, and is it again, it came out naturally, it came out is it a satisfactory answer and all. When you're saying, is it a satisfactory answer? Have I satisfied you? It is okay. It depends on how you say it. Here you're asking like their permission to stop, your permission to, that should not be the tone. Basically what I'm saying is your tone and the way you say those things makes a difference. All right. Anyway, so I'm happy with both the presentations today. At least I saw a lot of people talking, which is unlike the other sessions. Everybody is quiet and you all have started talking, especially this second presentation from the retail perspective. I think a lot of there was some amount of focus on the technical aspects rather than going out of, you can see the difference. Do you all see the difference between this presentation and the other presentations? The bank solutions and the retail solution presentations. There's a lot of focus on the technologies that we have used and we have discussed in the previous sessions. And although there is a lot of scope for improvement, but it is good to see all of you speaking. The idea is you have to start speaking. All right. So so Rupashri and team, will you give the job to these people, this company, or you will still think about it? What is your response?
We will think about it, sir.
Okay, what went well and what did not go well? What you liked and what you did not like?
So they told the solution to how to face the competition from the competitors. They gave the solution like data analytics.
Okay.
Using the data analytics, we can face the customers and we can improve our business. Like we can face those customers. Competitors. So with that we are impressed, and also customer servicing and maintaining the customer loyalty. For that, SAP CRM technologies.
Okay.
Even with this, we are satisfied. Rest every answer is like we are not satisfied with that. We want some more technology need to be involved. We are expecting some more technology.
Okay. For example, can you give me an example where you did not find it satisfactory? Give me one example.
Yes, sir. Can you please go to the third slide? Next slide. How to access the information from different departments of the company. Here we can use the SAP software. In SAP software, we can have all the departments at one software. Like every person who have the password and the username in the company, they can access the information at one place only without actually contacting.
That you can discuss. Obviously, you can discuss, but they have applied technology to see how to solve these problems also, so that you must appreciate. Okay. So you see a difference between their presentation and your presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, and also the questions which they are like the problems which they are facing in banking industry, they can be solved normally, sir, without actually involving the technology. We actually discussed about
so let's go to these slides. So that is what I wanted to. So what you can solve and all is a different thing. I want the discussion in this classroom to happen around technology. If you were not clear about it, you should have asked them in the first instance, right? Rather than coming up, see, you are okay, let's give me an example. So you are a IT services provider. If they have asked you some questions, you went back to your office and you figured out, okay, all these questions, they can be solved without technology. They don't need us. So will you as a company go back to them and tell them, these are the technical solutions which we can offer, but there are other areas which technology can't solve. So you can go to someone else. Will you say that? Or will you say, okay, I will solve this for you and I will solve the interior design problem of the bank. I will also solve some other problems of the bank. You are not an expert in that space, isn't it? So what you cannot do, you will tell that you cannot do. You have to clarify that in the question and answer situation only. Same things will happen in project management. Same things will happen during your work. People will ask you to do a lot of things, right? But you have to clarify what is it that you need to be doing. Is it your expertise area at all? First of all, you have to clarify. The art of clarifying the situation is also very important. Okay. Anyway, so what I also wanted to show you is the same things that they have done all these slides which they have done, all of these slides can be, you can actually do the same things for the bank also. You can do this. Go to this first slide. Go to your first slide. Go to the next slide. Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. Data management. Do you think data management is not important for banks? Go back to the data management. The slide on data management. Rupashri and team, is data management important for banks or not?
Important.
So you can apply all of these things there also, and your own solution, ERP and all whatever you were mentioning can be applied. Go to the next one. Competition. The bank also has competition? Yes or no?
Sir, but they didn't ask me.
They asked you a question, how can we improve our profitability? You're getting stuck with what they asked exactly. You're not trying to learn from this. Not you, Rupashri. I mean, I'm talking to the entire team. Because you're there on video, I'm talking to you, but otherwise it is meant for everybody. Right? Competition, improving your they can improve their profits by improving their performance against their competition. You can look at it that way also. Right?
Yes.
Go to the next one. Sales and marketing. Sales and marketing is important for banks or not? How do we attract more customers? That was a question they had. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you can add some things like that. So I'm not saying exact ditto. What I'm trying to emphasize is the same technologies are applicable across different industries. I want all of you to appreciate that, right? May not be exactly as they are doing it here, but there is a relevance of that in your own ways. You can customize it for that particular industry. All right. All right. So is this clear? Does it make sense? You can stop sharing. The slides, you can stop sharing. Does this make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody else, is it making sense? I'm happy that even Kavita Computers came up with presentation today and they were presenting and they had some content to present, although there is a lot of improvement required. But keep that going, keep that. You have to keep practicing presenting all of these things. Only then you will build your confidence. Did you realize that today you spoke more than many of the previous sessions, all of you? You spoke more than all the previous sessions. Even Vinayak was speaking. I mean, he was also speaking earlier, but today he was even better. He was talking. Kavita Computers, there were people who were talking. Then Rupashri, I think you also improved a lot in your presentation, right? All of you. So the only thing that you need to do is practice. The idea is not at the end of this, we became banking experts or banking technology experts. That is also not the idea. The idea is, can we talk about these technologies if we are given a question, right? Even Vaishali Computers, the other participants spoke. All right. So till we meet again, I think we'll end this session today. And if there is any major question, you can ask me now. I'll spend some time. If there is any question, any doubt, or anything you want to clarify, or any of your response, what is your learning from today's session or all these sessions? Suddenly everybody is quiet again. I have to give you an exercise for doing talking actually, right? So there has to be some role play competition and only then you will talk. Otherwise, impulsively it has to come. In the interview, supposing people ask you, okay, you have any questions? So you will suddenly become quiet. You should be prepared with questions, right? You should be prepared with questions. You should be prepared with your response. Every opportunity you get to speak, you should speak. Right? Not the other thing.
If we get another chance, we will do our best.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see if we meet. I mean, whenever there is a next session, we will continue these discussions. Okay. All right. So with this, we'll close this session for today. You all have a good evening. Yeah. I'll hand it over to the organizing team to close the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.